Drop's big twist is hanging in front of the audience all along, with a wild motivation that actually plays into the themes of the film. Directed by Christopher Landon, Drop focuses on Megan Fahey's Violet. On her first date since the death of her abusive husband, Violet initially seems happy to finally be sharing a meal with the handsome and sweet Henry. However, a series of anonymous airdrops threatens the lives of her sister Jen and son Toby unless she follows their instructions exactly. Drop twists and turns after that, forcing Violet to scramble to figure out the truth. Drop is a deeply entertaining mystery and a deceptively stylish film that becomes more engrossing as the stakes get higher. Drop is mainly focused on the mystery surrounding the person trying to force Violet to commit a murder, but that doesn't detract from the deceptively powerful moral at the core of the story. Drop is a film about abuse survivors taking their agency back and fighting back against the people who want to control them. Here's how the ending of the film builds a tense thriller into a burst of action and how it underscores the emotional themes of Drop. Drop's main villain is Richard, who turns out to be a far more dangerous assassin than his initially unassuming persona would suggest. Initially, Richard seems like a throwaway character meant to establish the single scene that Violet is returning to. An older man on his first date in years, he seems genial enough. In reality, he's an assassin who's been hired to kill Henry. It seems that Richard and his unnamed associate have been at this line of work long enough to perfect it, using modern technology to manipulate Violet and prevent any of her attempts to alert the authorities. Point 4. Ensuring Violet's cooperation by threatening her family, Richard tries to force her to poison Henry, having stacked the situation with evidence of Violet's guilt. This will pin Henry's murder on her. Violet will be seen on the security cameras tampering with Henry's drink, overdosing him with a medicine she frequently gives patients, and she has a history of men dying in her orbit. From his blind spot in a booth, Richard can watch it all play out and respond to Violet's attempts to escape. It's a well-thought-out scheme that only falls apart because he underestimates Violet at a key moment. Richard doesn't seem to have any specific dislike for Henry, instead revealing that he's only targeting him because of his employers. Drop steadily reveals that Henry is a photographer for the mayor's office who has evidence of corruption on the part of the politician. Henry is cooperating with the authorities and will serve as a key witness in the case. His death in even normal circumstances could be deemed suspicious as a result, necessitating a more secretive murder. Richard also needs to ensure the SD card in his camera is destroyed, something he forces Violet to do in his manipulations. This is why Richard tries to use Violet.